be doing deadlifts for the main lift today. And then to activate those deadlifts, we're going to be doing 3 total sets of 10 adductor. That's the inseam guy, rock backs. If you're not
Okay.
loving those, we'll find something else. We're just looking for just to check in with the inseam, the inside of the leg. 16 frog pumps. These are a glute bridge variation that gets the outside of the glutes. So if we're not loving that, just do a glute bridge. Just straight up glute bridge. And then 8 per side plank, hip dips. It's a little lat core activation. For our deadlift piece is 5 sets today instead of 4, although it's okay to do 4, Maxine, if that's enough, or anyone watching. 4 out of 5 sets is fine because that's what we've been doing previously. Um, of 8 deadlifts, 12 alternating reverse deficit optional, um, and then 12 alternating bear plank pull-throughs or shoulder taps or some sort of planky thing. Okay, that's kind of the general theme there. You're gonna rest about a minute after those pull-throughs or the shoulder taps, and repeat that cycle 4 to 5 times, depending on ability, need, scaling. And then we have some bent over rows or bent over T raises, shoulder exercise, some goblet squats, and some push-ups to finish off our session. So let's do our usual. I know we're gonna dip below the camera line. Cat cows, bird dogs, whatever you like to do, Maxine, to get kind of
Okay,
ready.
sounds good.
I suppose I should do that too, huh? Okay. Well, I was gonna do that or get coffee, and I think I'll
I
do it.
mean, what do you want to do?
I know you'd understand, but I have a barista today, so I can
So
just order.
you could get coffee and then do your warm
Yeah, I
up.
could just order coffee from the
Yeah,
living room. So it's
for
okay.
sure. Yeah.
Fine. Ten or so. Don't worry about being super specific. We're just gently moving the body. Feels good. Do more. You want to move on? You can move on. Great. So let's continue with, well, actually, you know what I'll do, Maxine? I'll demonstrate all 3 things.
Okay.
And unfortunately, everything is again kind of
Okay.
on the floor again. So the
All
rock backs you're familiar with, but just in case for those watching, we're going to be in the tabletop from the front. I'm going to have hip, wrist, and my knees. And I'll kick my leg out to the side. This is your stretch. This is it. Um, you can turn the foot up, but that is not necessary. If you're okay with that and you want to move, I'll keep the same leg same orientation, but this time I'm gonna move my hip back. Okay. So we're just gonna get a gentle stretch, potentially on this glute, but also on this inseam when it's over here. Again, foot up or down is relative. Don't pull a groin. Okay, but that's 8 per side. Your frog pumps. So again, a variation of your glute bridge looks like this. So my feet are together. I almost said Indian style. You can tell I'm born in the 90s. Sorry, but that's what first came to mind. So
Yeah.
like a frog. Can't be upset by that. So feet together, squeeze here, and lift. We're getting kind of these guys. All right. If we're not loving that, just go back to this. Okay. Does not have to be, you don't have like the pressure on the outside of your feet. And then your side plank hip dips. Either we can go kind of long lever, dipping up and down. We can do short, but I want shoulder over elbow, and then the hip just dipping up and down. We're not looking to touch the ground necessarily. So reps are going to be 10 per side on the rock backs, 16 total frog pumps or glute bridges, and then 8 per side hip dips.
Got
3
it.
times.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Honestly, I genuinely 2 to 3 is fine. I just need it. I just want your body to feel ready. Awake. I'm gonna grab my second cup of coffee, Maxine, so keep rolling through that. I'll be right back. You still there?
Yep.
Still alive? Okay.
Hard set.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Good. As far as like so as I mentioned kind of right at the beginning of the official recording, it is okay to do 4 sets of this instead of 5. This is sort of the tail end of this little cycle we're on. Hence the increased volume, both of the deadlifts and of the rounds. So start with 4. If you want to do 5, do 5. But you can kind of make that choice whenever you want.
Okay.
The deadlifts themselves, it kind of depends on what you have. I know you tend to have kettlebells and dumbbells, a little combination of both.
Mhm.
So if you prefer to have 2 dumbbells, as in one in each hand, or maybe 2 kettlebells, um, that is absolutely fine. If they can be done from the floor, excellent. If they can't, we can do some sort of Romanian deadlift variation. So if I take my dumbbells and I decide I want to go to the floor, I can have my feet hip width. Well, they're just by my sides. I tilt them down to give me a little length. That's just my little trick. It's not what you have to do. My chest stays up, my hips go back. When they can't go back anymore, I bend my knees. I can touch the ground here. I might not want to, kind of low. It's a little lower than I like to go. So maybe I touch a cookbook or I stop mid-calf and then come back up. So I'm going to kind of stop where it feels more natural to me. In this case, where a barbell would stop, which is about mid-shin. 8 times. If we're doing it single, we can do it, right? Carrying our kettlebell or dumbbell here. And doing the same idea, which is touching or not touching the ground. And like I said, if you need to touch something, you can create a little shim basically on that to touch. So 8 reps there, followed by 12 alternating lunges, reverse lunges, so stepping backwards if possible. And if you want to step off of something, you can step off of something. The deficit isn't big. It could be just a couple of inches. Deficit doesn't feel good. Keep it, I would say, standard. So stepping backwards, back knees on each of the ground, alternating. Plant, right, 12 times. And then the pull throughs, they're from a bear plank position, which is essentially your tabletop with a slight knee raise And I will say a plank position, with our legs straight, top free push up, is sometimes easier to do. So that's kind of would be our next step down. But bear plank, I have my weight behind my wrist, over my knee and my wrist. I'm going to plant my feet, raise my knees. A little shifting here is going to happen. That's okay. If you don't love that, we can do a plank version, or we can eliminate the weight altogether and do shoulder taps. And we can elevate the shoulder taps too, which is nice. We can shoulder tap bear planks too. So
Okay.
let's grab those weights. Whatever you're going to use. A bag of books here is great as well. They don't have to be specific. Just something heavier. Respecting whatever range of motion you can tolerate. So if you can pull from the floor, excellent. You can also go from the top down, depending on what you have going on. Drop those deadlifts. Lunges don't need to be weighted. So if you want to do them, I realize I demonstrated unweighted. Yep. Yeah.
Try with weights. See how that goes.
Sometimes adding weight maxing can feel really grounding and balancing. I will say there's certainly a threshold to that, where the weight's a little too heavy. But if you have the weight that feels appropriately challenging, you can certainly be able to. Some people find that helpful. So yeah, weighting your lunge is an option, but don't feel like that's a requirement.
I just keep thinking deficient.
Deficiency optional. Can you imagine that in a job title? Or like some sort of role change? You're like, it's okay to be deficient, Maxine.
Okay. Yeah. We welcome deficiency.
I actually kind of tell that to my clients all the time. I don't say it like that, but I'm like, look, we're a lot of high functioning people here, and life is hard. So if you're not nailing it today,
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
Fine.
fine. You showed up.
Exactly.
You kind of already won. Like trying to put in perspective, it's like, yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. So you can do that either the pull through or the shoulder taps, either from a bear plank, so that slight knee raise, right? So we're on the ball of the feet, and raising up our knees off the ground. The closer your knees to the ground without touching, the harder it becomes. Or a plank shape's more stable. And the plank, we can actually elevate our hands, so that feels nice too. It's not unique, but if you are having some big toe or you have arthritis in your toes, sometimes that toe flexion can be really uncomfortable. And in which case, pick a core piece of your choice, or maybe you're not on your feet. But I want to recognize that that could be challenging. I understand our weights here may not increase maybe the same way it would in a traditional gym setting. So if that full minute feels like a short eternity, then you can, as long as you're taking a rest. But actually, this is a compliment. Genuinely, you're actually pretty good at resting, Maxine. You kind of like
Mhm.
pause, take a break, breathe. Feels more like a bird, like I'm fine. I am fine. I'm fine.
Gonna land on this branch and take a break.
I didn't know triathletes fly. I thought you swim, run, and bike. Flying is on their sport too? Oh, hey.
Oh, it's the fifth discipline.
I was gonna say. I thought the fifth discipline was no wait, fourth discipline's
There's lots of fourth
nutrition.
disciplines. Yeah, there's
Fourth
nutrition,
is nutrition. Fifth is flying.
transition. Yeah,
You guys are so talented.
mediocre at three sports.
I mean, with the exception of this group, also terrible weightlifting. Um, I think that's not true. Terrible as in they don't do it, not
Mediocre
terrible as
at
in you're bad at it. What was that?
mediocre at four sports.
I think it's good to have multiple interests.
It is.
Like I think it's totally natural to start anything, right? It could be a hobby, it could be a physical activity, and it becomes your whole personality for a little while because that's normal. But over time, on your list of identifiers, it kind of goes down. You're no longer, yeah, you might be triathlete number as your fourth qualifier, but first, you know, you're something else. So,
I lost count.
eh,
I, I think that was enough.
I agree.
Counting is hard. It's
Counting is hard.
hard.
And then you have your reverse lunges. Either 12, you can count to 12 total, or count six per leg, depending on what your brain likes better. Everyone has a slightly different take on that. I think GGCC is doing their FTP test today.
Oh,
The
that
polo.
sounds fun.
I mean,
Polo fields.
well, that's where well, at least that's where they have been doing their morning workouts. I don't
Yeah.
know if they moved it. I know their polo fields are closing early, or I don't know. That's weird.
Huh.
The polo fields, I feel like the hours are so irregular.
Yeah, with everything they've got going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the amount of times they close a cycle track for like a soccer game, or it's really, eh,
Yeah.
it's not important.
I don't know.
When it's your only track available, that does get kind of frustrating.
Yeah. I wish
Kind
we
of
had something
like a
like that.
velodrome,
Yeah.
at least on this side of the Bay Area.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have an outside velodrome. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And that would be only cycling.
Yeah.
Um, it,
Yeah. I wish we had something like the polo fields out here.
yeah. I mean, do you have like at least like kind of a nice long stretch of road that's pretty,
Not anymore. Um,
oh,
Danville Boulevard used to be a lot quieter, and
mm,
that's a pretty long stretch. Now I just feel like it's gotten really, really busy with cars. Like we used to go right out there early mornings and like
yeah.
they see anyone. And now it's just, I don't know. And they've built like a few more kind of housing complexes along the route too. So it's
Mm,
more people and more cars and people come
yeah.
flying out of the side roads and
Yeah.
it just sucks. It
I
used to be
find
great to ride out there. Like that's
it's
where I learned how
frustrating.
to ride my road bike and
Yeah.
whatever. Um, I mean, I guess like I know Carrie and Janet did a lot of their long rides out towards Livermore. I never went with them on that route, but I would go down to Quarry Lakes, like down kind of near, what is that? It's where Christina lives. It's like Union City, kind of Fremont. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's a really long, it's like 20 miles of trail that goes out to the water, and you don't cross traffic, you go underneath.
Ooh,
There's like these little things.
wow.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to find a nice long stretch without cars here.
Yeah. I mean, you can, but usually it requires knobby tires, which I know is not exactly.
Yeah.
Um, Especially if you're training, if you're good looking for TT stuff. Like I would
Oh,
say, if
right. Yeah.
you're just looking for, I would say, long duration smooth pedaling, you can get some decent trail stuff.
Hmm.
That's not super like, you know, not gonna, not too teeth chattering.
Yeah.
Um, but you are gonna be slow, so there's gonna be trade off there. And usually coyotes are like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Sorry, I'll keep going. I know you're hunting. I'll just." I'll be. It's usually like, "This is my house." I was like, "Yeah, it is." I have no reason to be tired, and I am wiped.
Um, I mean, it is early in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm usually, I don't know, I feel weary, like tired today for some reason.
Yeah. The general state of the world.
Yeah, yes, but
Not
I only to get 7 hours of sleep, but I got more. Doesn't matter.
okay.
Okay.
Was that 3 rounds?
I think that's three.
Yeah.
So at least one more.
Yeah. I got this.
You can decide about five. Like I said, like because this is towards the end of a cycle, we're increasing volume. So if you haven't been doing the volume, it's okay to do the normal amount,
Yeah.
not the increased amount. And I don't think you're in this case, but if anyone finds it tempting to touch the ground when that means your chest starts to dip, just put something under your weights to touch. Um, it shouldn't feel like a drinking bird. Let's put it that way. I want your deficient lunges now.
Are deficient, but that's okay.
Okay.
We're trying. We're doing our best. These are I'm doing my best lunges.
Are they subpar? Excellent. Good. That's what we're hoping for. I might keep the typo for Meg and
You
see.
should. I think it's hilarious.
Maybe. Deficit deficient.
Whatever.
That's not a terrible
It's
autocorrect.
close. It's kind of in the same genre of
I was
word.
gonna say that feels pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Restraint and restaurant are not the
Those
same.
are different. Yeah, those are two different things.
That is my spelling is so bad. It won't even correct it.
Happens to the best of us, Kirstie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It happens.
I picked the wrong sport for now, liking having things on their feet.
You mean like being without shoes?
I really hate having to stand on my feet.
Good. I'm so
Brown. I recognize those pink shoes and helmet.
and he just smelled them, if you're wondering.
I cleaned them.
Okay, well you smell things
I
that
put them
aren't
in
you smell things that aren't
Baking
clean
soda for
sometimes
like
too.
2 weeks after coming to California.
You also smell things that aren't clean either, so 50-50.
All right, I'm going for it.
You doing fine?
Yep.
Cool.
Actually, say that.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
It is very helpful.
How's training going, Nikki?
Going out of the house an hour late.
You know what? You're doing it.
Yeah, you're getting out of the house.
Well, it's because I didn't have to pick up Alex Goldman.
There you go.
Someone decided to go to Scotland.
Oh, yeah, I just saw her post from there.
She went to Leith yesterday.
I mean, Leith is not that far. It's like a 20-minute walk. We walked to Leith.
No, I know.
It's just cute. On the Leith walk. Shocking. Um,
It's just cute.
it's less cute after nightfall.
Oh yeah, it's sketchy.
I mean, it's not that bad. Your cleats are disgusting, and now they're on my yoga mat. Thanks.
You're going to please.
Um, yeah, sure. We'll talk about that later. Stockbridge. That's the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah, down the hill.
Yes. I was trying to think of the name of that neighborhood for 2 days.
You could have just looked at a Google map.
I could have looked at Google Map, but it's good for your memory to think about it and remember it. Like, think about it, try to figure it out.
It's like on the border of Stockbridge. Like it's like down 2 blocks.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's been in the back of my head for 2 days trying to figure out what the name of that neighborhood is. I wanted to try and remember.
I've been the worst for that lately. I like just totally blanking on things.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, sometimes it's like it depends, but there is something suggest that like trying to remember it for a little bit's good to kind of
Yeah.
keep things firing. And sometimes it's just perimenopause, and you're just like,
Mhm. That's exactly where I'm at right now. Yeah. really fun.
Sometimes it's just like
Good
you're
fun.
like, bloop.
Thought I
Yeah.
opted out of that.
It's
You didn't opt out of anything. You just added or took away, depending how you look at it. Okay, so a little more upper body. This is going to be 3 sets of bent over T raises. These don't have to be weighted. These can be just your hands. Okay.
Okay.
And just like when we do our push-ups or any upper body, generally speaking, the shoulder stays behind the pec. So just think good posture, right? As opposed to when you're at your desks or sitting or watching TV or knitting, if you're me. Okay, so just think good posture, right?
Okay.
If the shoulder tends to roll inwards, we have this sensation. So a lengthening here and a shortening here. This might feel like a big ask. All joking aside, this is the opposite of arrow because arrow is here. And that's fine because that's how you're supposed to do it. But when we're standing, I want this from sternum to shoulder to be as wide as possible.
Okay.
That's kind of the idea. So our T raises, the bent over part, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. The T raise itself, excuse me, is you find a here, and I'm going to be thumbs up, and then here. So in the front, thumbs out, thumbs up. So I feel my shoulder blades a little bit. I feel a little here, but just a general activation of the shoulder.
Okay.
Stuff on my mat. Your feet are dirty. There. Michael, see you later.
I'm actually,
That's water. A lot of it.
I'm gonna tell.
I'm drinking it. That's awesome. Good. That was also a notebook there, so that's good. Goblet squats. What's a water doing near your workout station? I don't know.
What
Shocker.
could it possibly be?
Why would I drink water, Maxie?
I don't know. That's weird.
Hydration's bad for you.
Hush.
Don't do
I-
it.
Don't do it. No, hydrate. It's good for
The
you.
perks to the.
Okay, be safe, please.
She said,
Goblet squats. You're gonna hold a weight or body weight if you're feeling like weighted is not so good. You're gonna hold your weight, right? And you're gonna do your 10 squats, squatting down to whatever depth you feel safe to. You can either squat to a box, a chair, a bench, right? And you can find a stance you find comfortable. So hip width is not a requirement. Shoulder width is not a requirement. Whatever you feel like you can feel strongest at. 10. And then 5 to 8 push-ups. So I gave that rep range depending on what you have available. If it's easier, go towards 8. If they're the hardest thing in the world, and your only option is, knees on the ground or whatever else, let's do closer to 5. I want this water because it went into the. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another towel. Okay.
okay.
We'll do that 3 times. How those T raises going? So keep the thumbs up instead of kind of,
Oh, like this?
yeah. So like thumb. So if we're bent over, it's gonna look like this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Actually, I would say neutral is actually okay, right? Kind of like this guy. We just don't want down.
Down. No down. Okay.
Down rotates the shoulder downwards.
Down bad.
Maybe even. It's just not external rotation,
Yeah.
right?
Got it.
So I'm okay with neutral. The thumbs up is just a more, distinct
Yeah.
position. That's all. Oh, sounds good. Yeah, the thumbs up is just more like a explicit external rotation. Neutral is doable. Down is just going to put your shoulder,
Yeah.
which by the way is a normal position for the shoulder to go into. That's not what we're doing today.
Got it.
So it's like, it's rarely and never unless you have explicit limitations, which I know for some, like, especially for some, that could be the case. I generally stay away from the posts that say, never do this in your squat. Because there are a few things you shouldn't be ideally not do, but any Instagram post slash YouTube thing that says big red cartoon letters, never do X in exercise. I'm unless they explain why
Yeah.
and their nuance and their personal relationship to that never. I'm less interested. Good. Yeah. We'll feel this in the back of the shoulders, a little potentially opening of the chest. That's okay. And/or the height of your hands. You're just going to respect whatever range of motion that pec can manage, or that kind of scapula shoulder blade piece can do. So each arm can do something a little bit different depending on what's working. Hopefully what it isn't this. You shouldn't feel like a superhero, a male superhero, with all traps and forearms.
Oh.
That's just different.
So I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Um, so my daughter's 14.
Mhm.
I think she'd like to get into some kind of strength training. She hasn't
Yeah.
really done any before.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, the best way, like, what would be the best way to kind of introduce her to strength training and get a
Sure.
routine?
That's a good question. Remind me, I'm not familiar with horse sports. I know there's different kinds and some jump and some dance. Which one is she?
She's not jumping.
Not jumping, dressage
Yeah.
then.
It's not that either.
Okay,
It's
but it's
different.
not
Yeah.
jumping. Okay.
No.
Um,
Played soccer for years.
okay.
But she's not playing this year.
Okay. Just curious, is she planning on playing?
I think she wants to try out in next year in high school,
Mhm.
or I guess it would be the spring.
Okay, yeah. Um, so I think has she expressed interest in this? Or is
Mhm.
that something you want
I think
also?
yeah, I think both. Yeah.
Okay, good. As opposed to like, I think you should, and then of course a 14 you're like, nope.
No, I mean we've talked about it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think if there are, I find in person to be, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
logistics. If there is maybe a group of girls that want to do it, that's always nice to have like buddies to go with.
Yeah.
Like, if I realize that sort of requires
Yeah.
one person, she could do these with you if that's something she's interested in.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure how to coach her,
Yeah.
which is totally fine, um, I mean, you're basically, it depends on her. I think having her do anything.
Mhm.
So you can start with body weight stuff,
Yeah.
or like see how that feels. Or if you're not sure, like honestly, any of the stuff we do here can be deloaded or
Mhm.
as in reduce the weight or remove it altogether,
Mhm.
and still get a good sense of what that feels like.
Yeah.
Um, and if she finds a gym she likes, maybe there's a gym that she enjoys going to, and that could be for herself. That might be also nice to have someone have eyes on
Yeah.
her.
We were talking about, I guess her best friend, they joined this new gym in the area.
Oh, cool.
We talked about potentially joining that. Um,
You can even do small personal training. So like
yeah.
her friends joined, and let's say they probably provide personal training as well as group
Yeah.
classes if they're a group class gym. Um, you can do more like a two-on-one personal training.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the nice thing about two-on-one is when I have them, I have two people with two different skill sets, and I'm like, great, that's fine. It takes a bit of learning to figure out what people need.
Yeah.
But if two people just want like an accountability buddy,
Hmm.
it's nice to have that. And that could be nice to just try.
Yeah. Would
Um,
you do you do sessions with 14-year-olds? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can. I haven't because usually when they come into, but I can, yeah, absolutely.
Is it, if we wanted to work with you, would we come in and like go to a gym that you go to, or how does that work?
Well, so if there is, I could rent space from a gym.
Okay.
When you come over to the city, where do you come over Golden Gate Bridge? Is that typically, or do you go Bay Bridge?
Bay Bridge.
Bay
Yeah.
Bridge. Okay. I was asking because I have two different locations I could work from.
Oh, okay.
Meaning like I could say still, I would say connected to and friendly with the guys at 7x7.
Hmm.
Like if you come the north side,
Yeah.
you go to the north side. Um, if you guys want to come to Iron and Metal or Fog City is more just like uh big gray generic. I say generic, but like it has personality. It's more just like generally for everybody. And then
Mhm.
Iron and Metal is like pink, plush, cute dogs,
Oh,
donuts,
yeah. That sounds
women
like she would love
focused.
that. Yeah, she would love
That.
that. Yeah.
And honestly, if you're coming in anyway and you want to do something too,
Yeah.
we can give you some like weights to lift.
Okay. That'd
So
be-
yeah,
okay.
the two-on-one could be you too.
Yeah, the two of
It,
us.
it
Okay.
could be if there's three of you guys, right? So like you're chaperoning you're bringing another kid. That's cool too.
Okay.
Or if you want to come in and be like, I'm gonna do my bike ride and you do this, like that's fine too. Like you can kind of, I think I'll check with my colleague. She works with teenagers. And I think it's just really consent from the parents.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're the consenting parent, so we're good.
That
Yeah.
sounds good. I'll talk to her about it. She might want to like if she could bring her best friend, like if the two of
Yeah.
them, that would be super fun.
And if anything, if it's like, if for whatever reason the scheduling doesn't work out, I have
Yeah.
colleagues I can highly recommend
Okay.
that are
Oh,
like great. So like, so if you, yeah, if I mean that'd be great if you guys are willing and able to make it in.
yeah.
I know it's a bit of a trek. But it is nice because if it's their first exposure to weightlifting and they go to a gym that's pink and pretty and women focused,
And has
with
dogs.
confidence of like, this space is for me. This is,
Right. Exactly.
and then when they go to other gyms, they're like, no, this is also my space. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
surrounded by really strong women deadlifting 200 pounds, and that's a normal occasion, right?
Right.
So
Exactly.
like their framework is not, oh, gyms aren't for me
Yeah.
and there's weird men staring. It's more like, no, there are no mirrors.
Yeah.
And it's focused on female dynamic people, not there's some cis dudes that come, but they're like the partners of people that come.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, my wife works out here. Can I work out here too? And you're like, yeah, if you're like a no asshole policy.
That's cool. Yeah.
And people in classes, not that they'd be taking the classes, but people
Mhm.
in classes are women identified. So there's no cis dude in class. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Only personal training.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's usually a space where people are like, oh, it's pink. And even if I don't identify with, I'm not a big pink person, but I
Yeah.
can see how that can be disarming. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, it's not so bad. It's kind of cute in here. Oh, and
Right.
there's a
Yeah.
donut on my 10-pound plate. And oh, that's cute. There's a peach on that one. And oh, there's like a pink, cute couch. And like it's a little softer.
Yeah.
And so while we still have barbells and a lot of weights and stuff, it's
Mhm.
not, men walk in and there's always this moment of like, this this space isn't made for me.
Right. Right.
And you
Yeah.
can see there's a moment of like, most dudes are like, cool,
Yeah. Just
stick.
so they're cool. Cool
And then
dude.
some
Yeah.
are like, huh? And I was like, well, if you have to think about it,
Yeah.
probably not for you. Or if you're bothered by how cute it is, and we have little target birds, seasonal, thank you very much.
Fine.
Currently it's patty, that's the hamburger,
Okay.
eater, the little box of French fries, and sprinkles. So all I'm saying is, it's really
It sounds really fun.
it's a very, I would say it's inclusive in that if you're not an asshole, you can join.
Yeah.
If it's this dude, you cannot do classes, but that's okay. It's just not. And then, but you can train with a trainer,
Cool.
like, so
That
yes.
sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
All
And
right.
we have weights you can actually lift, Maxine. Like,
Yeah.
we can give you something to like pick
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
His home workouts are great, and this is a really, I'm
Yeah.
glad it lowers the barrier to entry.
Hmm.
But there becomes a point where you're like, off season, you're like, I want to get strong so
Yeah.
that when I go into my long course, my
Yeah.
whatever, my halves, that I when I ultimately lose a little muscle mass, because you do, you do a lot of aerobic training, we
Yeah.
can maintain that. Or for women our age,
Yeah.
maintaining
Exactly.
muscle mass.
Yeah. I know. I know. I feel like
Training is baseline.
yeah.
Building, not impossible,
Yeah.
but you need more to
Yeah.
build.
Yeah. I'm feeling that.
So, but I mean, you're already doing it. It's just sort of like, we can just sort of nudge that forward and give you a little more feedback.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good. Okay. Well, I'll talk to them. I'll talk to Ella and see what she thinks about that idea. And
yeah.
I
If you
have your
look at our
number.
website, all our puppies are on the website. I can't guarantee they'll be there. I'll point that out. Okay.
Okay.
There might be a dog there,
There might be a dog.
but there
That's
might not be a dog.
the
People come in,
intention.
they're like, no dog. And I was like, sorry, their mom's not here. Do you want me to call them to bring them the dog? So
I
we
love
have
that.
dogs,
Okay.
but they're not always there.
Yeah. Okay. I'll yeah, we'll talk about it and I'll reach out.
Cool.
Yay. Sounds good. Okay. Well, thank you. Good luck with your friend. I hope everything turns out okay.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
But I think for now it's just sort of damage control.
Yeah.
I don't know what the damage is, but
Yeah. Well, you'll be there being a
my
good
presence was
friend.
requested, so I was like, great, yes. What are we doing?
What time? Where?
What time? I have boxes. Do you need boxes? What are we
Yeah.
doing? Are we like, how are we doing this? Spare litter box? Question mark. So yeah, let's see.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
And you can text me, Maxine, about
Okay. Yeah.
scheduling.
Sounds good. Okay. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.